Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor unto YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, Thawadah. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to you brothers out there that's doing the will of the Heavenly Father sincerely, that's going to endure to the end for YAHAWASHI Thawadah. Today is April 29, 2021. You know, like always, man, we're here to prophesy against Babylon the Great and prophesy against Edom, Mount Seir, right? And we're here to tell you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans that you are the true children of Israel. That salvation belongs to you. You know, like always, we're going to get straight into the precepts, and Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying. Whatever you brothers got, you know, just let it roll.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 1, reads, "The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos and seized, left up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles."
Right, so you know, what's the banner referring to? The Bible, the scriptures. So we're here to let you know that the word of the Most High does not go out void, and everything that He purposed is actually happening. You know what I'm saying? And this is life. Everything that the Bible spoke about actually happens. It's like it actually happened, and whatever it speaks about is actually going to happen if it ain't happened yet. That's why I say you're supposed to be moved by prophecy if you are a follower of a Mashiach. Because he's all about prophecy, man. Things that's getting ready to happen, and guess what? It's happening one by one. Meaning that this world is going to end. What world? Esau's world. And that we are going to be rulers of the kingdom. Why? Because that's prophecy, man. It ain't happened yet. Because what they say that the elder shall serve the younger. And guess who's serving who right now? We're still yet to stay in our captivity. So it's obvious that we're serving the elders. But prophecy said that the elder shall serve the younger.
Right.
So that's what we're looking forward to, man. You know?
That we're in the day of age, right? That this kingdom's going to fall.
Right.
Who's running the show right now? Which is Esau, the red man, you know, so-called white man, the devil. The Bible speaks of, you know.
That's right.
So his rulership is at his end, at his peak. That's why we lift at the banner against the high mountain, you know. So let them know, hey man, the kingdom's falling down. It's broken. It's done. It's finished. It's written. It's on the wall. You know, that's why all these nations is gathering up together, make war with here at Babylon the Great. You know.
I got a scripture for you on that one. Look at Isaiah 14 and verse 12. Isaiah 14 verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nation? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
That's right, because hey, the part of your heart deceived you, man. The part of your heart deceived you because you thought you was never gonna fall. And when it's referring to Lucifer, it's talking about the higher ups of you Edomites. Those that got the strength to make moves. You know what I'm saying? Those that's enforcing the vaccines. Those that got play. Because now all Edomites are Lucifer. Why is that? Because they all don't got that same power. So they saying you made it seem like you was never gonna fall. So hey, they say, so how has thou fallen? Oh, Lucifer.
Oh, Lucifer.
You know what I'm saying? Because Lucifer going into enlightenment.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Meaning that you can see.
That's
You
right.
know the truth. And you know that you are Esau, man. You know, and you thought that you was gonna be able to blind us to put a false nation out there to claim that they're Israel. So we don't never put it in our mind that we was them.
That's right. That's
Oh,
right.
we was the original inhabitants of that land.
That's right, brother.
You know?
That's right. And it's very spiritual. Although you notice the young gentleman that was here to my right, I'm sitting there right here, and man, again, man, who be angel, who knows?
Right.
But he has a stopwatch. Like pretty much saying time is up. You know what I'm saying? He has a stopwatch. He has a watch. A stopwatch around his neck, like a necklace or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you talking to? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, some people think he bugged out, but hey, you know what? We look at everything as through the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because he was here at the time he showed up, and that clockwatch too represents. Remember he said that doomsday clock. You know what I'm saying? So everything is time, man.
That's right.
And what time is it, man? It's time for the righteous to be endured.
That's right.
The Most High, what is he doing? He's speeding up the time.
Speed at the time.
Speeding up the time for what? For the elect's sake.
Like say, that's right. That's beautiful too. Yeah, the time is almost up. You know what I'm reminds me of the sand clock. You know how you lift it, you flip it, the sand comes down. You got like an hour or 30 seconds or 30 minutes, something like that. You know. So this young gentleman was right here, had a stop clock around his neck, meaning that stretch enough to see that this kingdom is ready to fall. It's ready to. It's time to reap now. Right. It's time to pluck up.
Right, because we in the race, man. Mm-hmm. And what you do in the end of the race, you do not slow down. Mm-hmm. And you got competitors behind you, right? Yeah. What are you going to slow down and lose the race? Hey, come in last? No, you're going to go even harder. Exactly. So that's just representing that we in them times. It's a clock, we in them times, right? That, hey, we need to go hard.
Yeah, that's right.
We're speaking about time, you got a vision. Look at Habakkuk 2 verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. You know what I'm saying? Like the brother went into, the brother had a stopwatch on his neck, representing, you know what I'm saying, the times that we're in.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? The vision that we're speaking is just for a point in time. We're in an important times right now. We're in a point in time where these prophecies are manifested and they're speaking right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's why it's actually revealing itself. Because the Most High said that the secrets are revealed into the service of prophets. And one of the secrets is prophecy. The things is getting ready to happen, they ain't happened yet.
That's how you know we have to end. Because what's the last chapter? What's the last book in the Bible? Revelation. Revelation means to reveal. You know what I'm saying? So we're clearly at the end. We're in a time of the revealing. Revealing of who? First of all, YAHAWASHI. Revealing that who we are, and we're revealing of who we are. Really of everything that this is all about.
Right. And they said that the book shall be sealed until the end time. So now that we got this understanding, because it's being revealed, why? Because it's the end. You know?
Right, and the late right there, meaning the Lucifer, how to go in, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, white light bearers, so they're going down.
Ultimately, we're
the elites.
We're the elites.
On the right hand side.
But this world, they're the elites.
Yeah. On the worldly tip, they're the elites. Why? Because they know a lot more than the average person. But we know more than them because we got the scriptures and we actually believe it. And the secrets revealed to us, that's not revealed to them. You know
and in our name, we actually got elite in our name. Even like we don't got the elite. Like when you go in the Israelites, you go the last like 5 words elite. Israelites. We have to have elite in our name. You know what I'm saying? That we are the true elite. We are the true vipers. We can actually see. Even like they they're able to see and with they're able to do things with. But at the end, it don't speak in our lives. But it's speaking right now. Everything is speaking. All this wars, rumors of wars, RFID to the market beast, they're being revealed who they are. You know what I'm saying? Everything is speaking in a lot of times. Right. You know what I'm saying? The whole side got his men out there exposing this truth, exposing what the word really is for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Though it tarry, wait for it. And though it tarry, wait for it. Back then it was tarrying a little bit. But right now it's just going full pace. You know what I'm saying? All we have to do is be patient and wait. Now the Most High got his thing speeding up. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High is chasing the day for who? For the election. Right. Get paid for this thing.
You know what? That's what Apostle Tahar theme this year was being. Hasten the day.
Right.
That was good thought.
Right, yeah. Be hasten the day because our enemies are approaching upon us.
Everything's speeding up.
Speeding up for the time. Every time is speeding up quick. For the late.
Well, what did it say? Though it tarry, wait for it.
Yeah.
And so now that it's actually revealed, and now it's coming in quick.
Yeah.
It's coming in even faster.
Yeah.
It's to the point that some people gonna feel like they're getting left, that there's not enough time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be glad you waited for it. Brothers made it 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. But now that we're at the end of the end, you're gonna be happy and shit that you actually endured all the years you endured. You're gonna be happy because what? It's finally coming. It's finally hastening more than what it was back then. You know what I'm saying? You know, the kingdom actually finally nearer and nearer than what we believe. You know what I'm saying?
Like your hard labor is pay off now.
Yeah,
pay it off. It's worth it. Yeah, it's really worth it to stay in this truth. You know, endure to the end. You know, it's you know what I'm saying? Like it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's paying off. But now we're seeing the times. The time is not. It shall speak. They're not lying. You see on the media, we got microchips. You know, we see the media about World War III, and then those is manifest. But as equal violence, there's the scriptures is talking about. You know, we're in those times. You know, that's right. But I just want to add.
Yeah, now you can take a deep breath of air. You know, take a. Yeah, you finally hear it. No, not fully because we can't just put down the work, but you can actually breathe a little better. You actually, what's that? Take a deep breath.
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Inhale and exhale, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's finally coming to pass. It's finally here.
That's right.
Trying to make your prayer for you, know what I'm saying? Because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So all we have to do is wait for it now. It's not to be waiting, man. We can see that it's the Most High is bringing this thing in speedily, man. What are y'all trying to say? Behold, he's coming quickly. You know, it's shit. So the Most High is coming quickly, man. That's why prophecy is speeding up, because YAHAWASHI is coming quickly.
Right. This is Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that, knowing the time, that now is the high time to wake out of sleep.
Right now it's a hard time to wake out of sleep, man. Get out of that slumber. Put off darkness and put on that full armor. Put on that light.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Wake up out of sleep, because if you stay in that sleep, man, you're going to die in your sleep, man.
Yeah.
Without ever be able to see the light. Then you're going to be ashamed when you come back. You're going to realize that you actually been rejecting truth this whole time. You know what I'm saying? You've been hearing the prophet, you've been denying the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
For now it's our salvation nearer than we believe.
Our salvation is nearer than we believe, man. Brothers may think that salvation could be 2 or 3 years. It could be within this year. You know what I'm saying? It's nearer than what we believe. You know what I'm saying? You may believe man may got a kingdom in 2 years. You stand there again. You stand there get delivered this year. You get delivered a couple months from now. You know what I'm saying? It's nearer than what we believe. You know what I'm saying? And brothers believe that salvation is very, very, you know, but it's nearer than what we believe. You know what I'm saying? So it's even nearer than what you even think. Salvation.
That's right. Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there's a season, and a time to every purpose underneath the heaven.
Yeah, everything is a time and a season. Right now we're in a time and season of living up the trumpet on the Zion, letting everybody know what's getting ready to happen before it happens. You know what I'm saying? We're in the season of the Most High judging this place. You know what I'm saying? We're in the season of World War III. You know what I'm saying? Mass vaccinations. You know what I'm saying? Mass art. We're in an hour of temptation, man. Getting ready to enter that. You know? Getting ready to enter Jacob's trouble. You know what I'm saying? These are the times that we're getting ready to enter in. You know what I'm saying? So knowing that time, well, we got to come out here and warn everybody, so the men that, you know, the elect, they can hear this and get away from that. You know?
Verse 4. A time to weep, and a time to laugh, and a time to mourn, and a time to dance.
Yeah, what time we're in? We're in a time, really, I say both, but we're in a time of mourning right now. You know what I'm saying? We're in a time of mourning for the abominations and wickedness that are happening abroad.
Say he's going to send a mark on your forehead that sign that crime. You don't want to be in not a mourning, but a laughing spirit, a fervent spirit in the day of war, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though we're going to be turning up, we're going to be rejoicing in the truth, understand that. You know what I'm saying? Understand that we're gonna get redeemed, Lord willing. But you don't want to be attached to this world, enjoying everything that He has to offer, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if so, what do you need to be delivered from? You know what I'm saying? What is it that you have issues?
And people think they're saved though.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
saved,
They ain't saved. They ain't saved, man. That's why you see things just come on evil times, coming ahead of times. You know, it's like they're around the corner. And there's people think in their minds that it's saved by the blood of Jesus Christ. It's abortion, man. It's crazy as hell. You know? Yeah. So what are you gonna do when the microchips coming in? You know? Are you gonna take that? That means you're being saved.
This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. So a lot of people's gonna end up waking up. You know what I'm saying? Because the dust is just confusion. Why? Because you've been drinking that juice, that Babylon juice. You've been here, you've been comforted by this world, and now you think you're a part of it. But some is gonna wake up. You know what I'm saying? Some to everlasting contempt and shame, and some to everlasting salvation.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? What side do you want to be in?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everlasting life. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be in shame. Knowing that you could have got the truth, knowing that you shook the truth.
Yeah, right.
That you passed by the truth and you didn't do nothing about it. You're gonna live shamelessly, man, knowing that, man, I had the opportunity. That's just like you walking past a pile of gold and you didn't know what gold was.
Right. Yeah.
And then you looked at it in the news, there was somebody just came up with $1 million worth of gold. You feel like that could have been me.
Yeah. Man, and the next man pick it up like, oh, I know what this is.
Exactly. You're gonna be that them foolish ass virgins, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because while we've been throwing up oil, when you see the times refreshing, you see everybody getting healed and you see brothers getting beaten up, you go like, oh, let me, how you know this? Let me buy it off you. Let me get some of that oil. I'm like, nah, man, I ain't got enough for me and you. I ain't got nothing. I can't even tell you right now. I don't even know. I'm not even that dude. You know what I'm saying? I work at fucking Jack in the Box. I ain't the one you see me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna get that word from us right now. Well, I mean, in the common chuckle. Right, but how about you? Shine said he gonna make our mouth cleave onto our roof of our mouth. So you may try to ask what's the name. They gonna put that dumb spirit on us. You may ask what's the name or what's the doctrine. Most time may not even want us to share it to you because you didn't see the Lord while He may be found. But right now the Lord is not found. He's found in the heaven judging y'all people right now, man.
And ultimately He wasn't giving it.
Yep.
Because who the Most High wanted, He would have got him.
Right.
So when you pardon it, because hey, you know what? In the end, it just shows your sincerity. In the end, now you want to get to the Father. Nah, you're gonna be like, well, you don't want to get. You should have reached Him before evil came.
Right. I never knew you, man. He wasn't with me, man. When we were putting that work in. Yeah. When I got the time to work.
Yeah. Well, I might add that. So if let's say we go to a battle like we are right now, a spiritual battle, right? But let's say going to war, right? And y'all fight your first battle, and I hear I come and show up at the end.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
After it's all over, after I almost got killed and almost dodging bullets and shit like that, you want to come off fucking unscarred and clean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, but let me get some of that too. Nah, brother. You ain't work for this.
You know what I'm saying? With my credit, I showed up.
You gotta put in
You know what I mean? Like, nah, man, we did everything. We slayed and slaughtered a lot of our enemies, right? We could have easily get put down, and then you just decided won't come at the end. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the battle. And say, hey, you know, what's going on? Hey, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Where the battle at? Bro, we finished. You know what I'm saying? And then that's shameful. And everybody's gonna look at you.
The worst feeling
like that. You're a coward. You know what I'm saying? What kind of shit? See, you got the word, man. You should be like, hey, I gotta find the brothers, man. I want to put that effort. I want to put my work in. You know what I'm saying? I want to be with the battle too. Like I want to get involved. You know? Not showing at the end, like, hey, I'm here, man. The battle done. It's cool. Y'all kill him. Okay, cool. You know, so I get the credit, right? You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go over here and tell a lot of people what I did.
You ain't gonna get that same penny that we actually worked for. You're not gonna get that same penny. You didn't even do shit. You didn't even give brothers no water. You didn't give brothers in the ministry. You didn't do nothing. You just want to show up at the end and try to get the same penny because you look nice. Nah. You know what I'm saying? You be like, I never knew you.
Yeah.
Oh, did not do this, not do that. You ain't do shit. All you did was say, Kwam Yashua, Shalom.
Yeah.
Shalom, brothers.
Yeah.
But then actually,
all praise.
All praise.
Yeah, all praise.
You know what I'm saying? Knowing that you're Israelite saying Shalom, Kwam Yashua, doesn't do anything for us, man. I just let you know that you're an Israelite that don't want to hear the word. You could just pull over and stop and heard the word.
Hey, we just brought that out in Daniel. Some shall wake up from the dust as they sleep. Meaning you're gonna leave that confusion actually know a little bit of something, but they're gonna wake up to everlasting shame. Why? Because they know that they're Israel, but they didn't have the heart to actually do what it takes to be Israel. Because Jake could be an Israelite, but are you gonna do what? Because not all Israel's of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
There's the 2/3, and those are actually the elect.
They're stuck in this world, and what they're stuck in this world, but they're afraid to change. They're afraid to change. They're afraid to stop getting lineups. Afraid to stop eating pork. Afraid to stop. They're afraid to change the image that they already got in this world. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to seem like a lame. Or I'm lame now. I don't do this. I don't get on for the movie no more. That's the way that time. If you don't want to be righteous, man, you wicked. Don't want to be clean inside of YAHAWASHI Thawadah. You know what I'm saying? That means you gotta be following the devil, man. And the devil, he all about that. He all about being wicked. You know, Esau. You got that Esau. I got it.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 52, verse 1. Awake, awake, put on the strength, O Zion. Put on their beautiful garments, O Jerusalem.
What's that? Some of the truth here. Most I saying, awake, awake, put on that beautiful garments. Put on that strength. You know what I'm saying? Because what is the strength of the garment? The truth. How it by outside your strength. You know what I'm saying? She got to awake out of that sleep, awake out of that dust. That dumb confused that state that you were in. Put on this truth, man. So the most I can spur you in these times. If you don't take heed to this alarm clock that's trying to wake you up, you're gonna sleep till the missiles come, man. You're gonna get killed in your sleep.
That's right. That's right. So all sides, they're gone. So what is read in Romans that awake your salvation is on. You know, awake. It's time to wake up out of your sleep. You know, it's time to wake up. at who you are. You know, enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? But we're at the age that it's all information's out. You know, it's time to study. It's time to it's a season every purpose. Like it's, you at home, you gotta figure out. All right, it's signs everywhere. You know, for example, one. A mind should be like, okay, why we get gunned down on the streets? Why all these people don't like us? You know, why we on the bottom? You know, we want to go to the top. You know, why? There's a lot of signs that Most High is pointing out you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the Most High put a lot of prophets out there to tell you these things. You know.
So, this is Daniel chapter 12, verse 9, and he said, "Go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed to the time of the end."
Time to the end.
Because you said that a lot of information is being revealed now. Because everything, especially the scriptures, the true doctrine, is revealed in the end. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you know that's how you know it's today, because it's a mass awakening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of information going out about Esau.
That's right. A whole lot of information going out for our enemies, Esau.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So we're at the end. So the books is open during that time that years ago. You know. Their elder, the elders, in the time they got it, hey, the Most High gave them a vision, and that was it. Now the books are open, and now we're at the end of the age that the Most High is going to close the book. You know what I'm saying? But now there's a lot of information out there. You know what I'm saying? You get that, your internet, your phones, you know? And that way you don't have to go to the library anymore and look up some more information. You know? The internet is a heavy duty. You know what I'm saying? And it goes out on four corners of the earth. And so it's a mass awakening all over the globe, you know? You know what I'm saying? And it's, hey, guess what though? It's not gonna be much time to gather all the information. You want to be a spiritual threat, you know? You want to get all the information that you can get while it's last, you know? Because pretty soon, the Most High, YAHAWASHI Thawadah YAHAWAH, is gonna be a family of the word. Come on, yeah, please. Yeah, seek the Lord, and then we're gonna bring that. Okay. Yeah.
But the Isaiah 55 verse 6, seek ye the Lord while he may be found.
All right, yeah, you see that? You know, seek the Lord while he be found. But who? Now you got a question. Who sent those guys in the quarters are over there? You know, the Most High, YAHAWASHI, put His Spirit in us to go out and to fish for men. You know, grab everything you can find. You know, because pretty soon I'm gonna close it up. You know, and that's how. And because the scripture said that the revelations that Most High wants each tribe sealed up for 12,000. You know, but seek the Lord, you may be found. Like you driving by, going back and forth, you see us. Hey, that's the word right there. Because it says 2, 3 together in my name, I'm the midst of these. You know what I'm saying? So we see brothers out there with the scriptures. Hey, you got to seek the Lord. You know, like if you knew or you seeking the Lord, like behind the computers, you got to seek the Lord. Okay, I got little information, but I won't give myself out there though. Like I won't prove my faith. Like, you know what I'm saying, toward the Lord, I want to lead my body like sacrifice as well as theirs too. You know. So seek the Lord that He may be found, is because pretty soon the Most High is going to shut everything off. You know, there's going to be no more information. You know, the power grid going to go out. The Most High is not going to send the prophets no more. Because why? Because it's already sealed up. You know, it's done. It's over. You know. So now it's judgment now. You know,
get as much wisdom as you can so you can be stable in the time to come. You'll know what's going on. You're not going to be shit gonna be happening. You're not gonna know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
See, we're gonna know what to do because we got the wisdom of the Lord upon us, man. So we're gonna understand how to move and maneuver. We understand that if we see evil, we gotta hide it. We gotta get the fuck up out of it because as you can see, that's getting ready to be judged.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So we gonna know what to do according to what the scripture reads. That's why you seek ye the Lord while you may be found. Pretty soon, when the man, the Lord of the highways and hedges, the Lord ain't gonna be speaking no more. That was the last one. That was the last time speaking. You know what I'm saying? Now he's gonna do judgment.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you didn't hear the words of the Lord, you didn't take heed to the words of the Lord while he was found, then now it's time for your judgment now. Either for your salvation or death, depending on how you take heed to the word.
That's right.
This is Proverbs chapter 22, verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself.
A prudent man going into a wise man, what? We can see the evil. Well, yeah. It says foresight. Foresee the evil. I mean, you can see before he comes. You can see before he even there. So we guys see the evil getting ready to hit this place. And what it says that we do, we hide ourselves. We get away from it. We're not gonna be around in the evil ass area waiting for it to get judged. Right? What it said, don't tempt the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You to the Lord, man. The Most High can give you over that. You think that you get all high and mighty and powerful. Nobody can touch you. Or the Most High may touch you for being powerful like that. You know what I'm saying? But a wise man perceive the evil, and we hide ourselves. We're not going to be in the midst of evil, man. We get consumed.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
But the simple pass on and are punished.
The simple pass on and are punished, man. The simple going to go right into that little evil gathering that these two dirty jakes are doing. They're going to get punished right with them. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because it's simple. You can't see the evil. You can't see what's getting ready to happen before people that's in evil. You go right along with them and get punished with them. Because you're a simple retarded ass dude.
That's why he said, hey, seek the Most High while you may be found. If you seek the Most High, you would understand, you would perceive the evil. Because why the Most High spoke on it. He spoke on things that's getting ready to happen.
That's right. Right.
You be moved by the Spirit.
By the Spirit. Moved by faith. Come
Hey, brother, put on your garment, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, grab us Isaiah 55, brother.
Come on.
Okay. Yeah, man, so he said, prudent man perceive the evil, man. The only way you're going to get that wisdom, the only way you're going to be wise is by reading the scriptures, seeking the Most High. And from there, you're going to understand what evil is and when it's coming and how it's coming. When they said, saying comes, coming with great wrath, knowing that you got but a short time, so it's going to come in strong.
Right.
So you got to mentally and spiritually prepare for all that, man. The only way you're going to do it by seeking the Lord, because what? Seeking while you may be found, why is that? Okay.
Finish it off on Isaiah 55 verse 6. Call upon him while he is near. And the only way you're going to be able to call upon him is you got the name. That's why you got to keep it. That's why they seek the Lord. And you're going to know who the Lord is. You're going to know who got the right doctrine because his sheep know his voice. You know what I'm saying? So if you're on the phone, you want to hear the word of YAHAWASHI Thawadah YAHAWAH, you're going to keep it. Just like us. When we started up on YouTube, we found a video. A lot of it, depending on how brother came in the truth, we heard a prophet speak. Like, we heard Christianity speak all the time, but it didn't spark us. But we heard just a couple of words of the true man of the Lord speaking the words of YAHAWASHI Thawadah. We instantly got sold on it. It instantly sparked us up. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that's the Lord speaking right there, not just a regular ass Christianity doctrine they push. We know that's the true doctrine.
That's right.
This voice sounds familiar to us. We know that.
You know what? It ain't only the voice; it's what they preach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because what they was preaching that was Israel, that Edomites is the devil, is the white people, and that the mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? Certain precepts you understand. Okay, this got to be the truth.
Yeah, what's the truth? You know what I'm saying? The voice, because the outside voice is the truth. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna hear the truth, or you just know
You gonna know through the spirit that they move by.
Exactly. You ain't got a fact check. You just gonna know. Okay, y'all trying to say about black man. Yeah, he's this. Esau going to slavery. He's like, damn, that makes sense. That's truth right there. It's in history. You know, you just gonna know. It's just gonna resonate with your spirit because you could have been back then following YAHAWASHI. You believe in every word he said.
Because a lot of people's gonna try to creep in unaware, so you gotta be aware of who you listen to. That's why you gotta try him by the spirit. You try him by the spirit by seeing what he's preaching. You know what I'm saying? Just because he sound a certain way, sound all fancy, sound all holy, doesn't mean that he's right. You gotta try that spirit.
That's why try the spirit by the spirit to see whether they are of God. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they're not
a lot of false prophets have gone out into the world.
Yeah, a lot of them are wolves. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are wolves. They're here to stray the sheep, make the sheep scatter. It's like Bishop Daniel, he's scattering the sheep. He's calling upon 2 different names.
And you know what? He's been in the truth for a long time, so he knows a lot of things. So if you listen to him alone, you would think, oh, he has it all. No, man, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be in the spirit. Because he still calls on Jesus. That alone tells you, okay, he don't know much. He don't know much. If he's still calling on Jesus, he burned out.
Plus he sold out when And the one west stage, when the bishop was there, we had the elders, the great minister was there, we had some others there, and I think Esau tried to offer him some money to do something else. And our elders, elders GMS, they don't know that they didn't take that money. Bishop Nathaniel and the other prophets, they took that money, you know what I'm saying, and did their own thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, we the only ones the elders of Great Millstone, they're the ones that didn't get bribed on, so you got to count on them. You count on the elders of Great Millstone that's preaching the truth. Because they didn't, you know what I'm saying, they follow the script correctly, you know what I'm saying, purely, diligently, sincerely. You know?
How we know that through the Spirit? You know what I'm saying? There's really no proof that they took any money, but we understand that they took money because they got that 501c3.
Yeah.
They doing it for filthy lucre's sake, because that way they don't got to get taxed. They can get somewhere a free place to go. You know what I'm saying? Hey, once he linked up with the 501c3, man, you ain't really pushing the true doctrine no more, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't pushing the line that you're supposed to be pushing.
It's sold out.
It's sold out. You know what I'm saying? And all your videos are monitored and all that shit. They got advertisement. You don't see none of that in Great Millstone, man. You know what I'm saying? So through the Spirit, we know. You know what I'm saying? We don't have it physically on camera, them taking bribes and money. We don't know that. But you being in the 501c3, it says a lot.
Somebody came in and offered they took it.
Well, I never seen that, and it feels bad. So I know the apostles would have mentioned that. I never seen it. So I don't want to back that up. You know what I'm saying? About that. But you know, through the Spirit, they got the 501c3. That's just as bad.
Yeah, that's what showed up.
Yeah, you saw that. Why? Because the government is monitoring what you can say and what you can't say. So that means now you're taking out and you add it on. You're taking out from the truth, and that's the same punishment if you add it on. And what is it? The plague.
The plague. I was gonna say, brother, that I did see a video of him preaching the word of the Lord's name back in the day. I seen that.
And then now he's switching.
Now he's switching. Like so.
Why is that? Why is that? Because he wanted to attract in more people for what? The money. Yeah. He wanted to be more open for the whole crowd.
Yeah.
Because what? It's starting. Hey, it's about the money to some of these people, man.
You don't care about the Lord.
Hey, the money. What we were bringing out yesterday? Rich is probably not in the day of wrath.
Right.
So you trying to do all this shit for money? What's that going to profit?
Exactly.
Nothing.
What's that good come out of this? Like what is this? Like you gotta be really a scumbag, man. Like you feel nasty in the inside. Like I don't feel good.
Hey,
you
you said the best thing that you could ever say is you gotta feel like a scumbag.
Man,
right?
you know that's not biblical. That's not life. It's wicked as hell. You know what I'm saying? It's like gunky. You know what I mean? Like you don't like that's not like you feel bad. Regrets that man. Why have I done that? You know, we put a lot of shame on you, and a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, will come against you about these things. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, you don't feel right, man. Or take the people. You know?
And ultimately, they don't love the people no more. They love the money. We'll bring this out for you. This is 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some covet after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Erred from the faith, man.
Yeah, you gonna err from the faith? Just for the money.
Look at some money.
Yeah, now you just bringing out the word, it ain't enough. It ain't filling your heart enough. Now you gotta do it for money now. That's crazy. Because now why? Because you love money. Ultimately, you don't love the sheep, you don't love the Most High, you love money. That's why you want to be a part of the 501c3. That's why you want to call on Jesus.
That's right. That's
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
That's right.
He's trying to sell the truth.
He's trying to sell the truth.
By selling a fake name to the people. You get money from it.
You trying to keep the people asleep, man. But you know what the Most High said? The deceiver and the deceiver are his.
That's right. The money's root is all evil. You know what I'm saying? That when money comes right there, you drop in the bag, man, they're gonna look at that and say, man, I got $3,000, man, what's up? You know, you like, you might do it. Your flesh is willing, but your spirit is willing, but your flesh is weak.
And like the brother said, he said the deceiver and the deceiver are his. So ultimately the Most High is using Bishop Nathaniel to gather in the 2/3. You know, the undesirable to get to gather in the goats. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High can just gather them up all in one little Pentecost and just destroy them right there. You know what I'm saying? So that's all there's something about it.
I got a quick one. You can break this down. It's Ezekiel chapter 14, verse 9. And if the prophet be deceived when he has spoken a thing, I, YAHAWASHI, have deceived that prophet. And I will stretch out my hand upon him and will destroy him from the midst of my people.
Damn, I would destroy everybody.
The Most High really doing it just to kill him.
kill him.
He's making him prophesy something deceitful, so he have a reason to kill his ass.
Kill him. Like, he don't like it.
The Most High is the one that made you to go back to Jesus.
Yeah.
Now you're preaching Jesus.
Yo. Man, because that's how you know Most High don't like you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're back to Jesus.
You back to Jesus now?
Right,
Oh, okay. But I remember one time, you know what I'm saying, you will hop on my name. You were preaching that word, that name. But now, Most High put the Spirit to see you and your whole followers. You know, because it's got to be a reason why. Because the brothers read that he's going to destroy everything. They're the wicked. You know? But we're going to have some of Shalom. Right, that's right.
Yeah, that's another one.
That's 3 of them. That's confirmed. You know, another one. That's 3 times. Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, but yeah, you know, so the Most High can see that prophet, you know? So that the man's ways is the Lord's. Yeah. You know, that's scary. That's scary. You know?
Hey, for your lot to be a scoffer or your lot to be a false prophet.
False prophet. You know, so you gotta make sure you're on the right track. You know, you wanna stay the script. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to teach another Jesus, another, or be a false prophet. I will make sure I'll be 100% correct on the scriptures. You know, yeah, and it's beautiful how this brothers with me, because sometimes you might accidentally err a little bit, and the brother will like, no, that's not right. You know, this is correct breakdown. Right. So okay, wow, brother, you know what I'm saying? Go out for that. You know, I'm very thankful, because you know there's times that you need help on some scriptures. You know, it's beautiful how Most High gather men, the faithful men, you know, to teach the right doctrine.
I got a quick precept. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 13. But go thy way to the NB, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of the days.
Man, there you go. You come back, you lot. Yeah.
So if you scoffer before, you're going to scoffer today. If you was a false prophet before, you're going to be a false prophet today. Because what the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. Yeah. So the spirit of everybody else is subject to the same person.
Wow.
So what's his name? Nate Daniel, whatever. He was probably one of them wicked scribes and Pharisees back then.
Yeah, it's his lot. Yeah,
that's just his lot.
You can't help it. You can't get mad. I mean, you get fucked, you get vexed, but it's like, it's the spirit. What can we do? You know what I'm saying?
Because when do we rest? When we in the kingdom, right? When we waiting to come back down. When we down, we severing our sins. When we come down, we actually come back to our same lot, though.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can't help it.
You can't help it.
You can't help it. It'd be weird if, like, you don't want to come out no more. It'd be like, nah, I can't do that.
You'll be condemned.
Yeah. You feel something.
You'll have that fire burning in you.
Like,
you just gotta let out.
I gotta go. I can't go. You know, you feel I can't help it. You know, so why you doing it? I can't help it. It's just in me. You know, it's like I can't. It's hard to explain to you, because you know the newers, like, they ask you questions. I see you guys go out there. What makes you go out there? Like, you know, you couldn't go to the beach.
You know why? Because you believe.
You believe, yeah, God. You believe.
Hey, they said that the righteous, the upright shall be moved by their faith.
Faith, yeah.
So you having faith, that's why you out here.
Yeah, you can't help it. I gotta go out. You know, I can't help it. You know, but back, you know, what I'm saying, back to Daniel. I told y'all a call about this that like a year or 2 years ago. I had a dream about him. I remember I was in the field, or we were doing some kind of work, and then I heard two men who were talking. I heard the names, Nate Daniel.
That's the spirit. I think, what's the name? Liam had a dream about it too, about him being wicked.
That's the spirit. Yeah. So the spirit is moving in on Nate Daniel, man. You know what I'm saying? So hey, the only thing you can do, is repent and you know what I'm saying, and come back to the Lord, YAHAWASHI, not Jesus Christ. You know, that's a false name. You know, Jesus Christ is like an earthly pig, you know? That's not his correct name. And plus, you were teaching the right name before, you know? So I had a dream, and so I heard Nate Daniel, and then I heard it's gonna be a hit list. The Lord's got a hit list. I heard the first I heard was Nate Daniel, and then the second was ICBK General Honda. You know what I'm saying? And a lot more prophets, but I didn't hear the names though. But those 2 names I remember.
Last year too, Apostle Tahar had posted up a video of one of the brothers having a dream about Nate too. About them about them turning on the apostles, about when he was sleeping. They was making a deal over the mountain, some crazy stuff. And it's all zeroing in on who's who.
Yeah, ooh, man, that's beautiful because but Most High is gonna let us know we're gonna have dreams, but sometimes kind of like, all right, you know, the scripture said that fools, the
dreams might persuade you to a lie, but if more than one brothers is having it, that might be a dream that you need to consider, man.
Consider it, you know. That's for sure how you confirm if 3 or 4 different brothers had the same dream. That's confirmed.
Even two brothers.
Even
if another brother, because that's a witness. Pretty much witnessing what you just had a vision on. So it's like, hey man. Sometimes they don't believe you. Be like, hey, he had the same dream.
About the same dream. Oh man, like Most High telling you something. You know, so you gotta be aware of it. You know, so that's beautiful.
Because he was talking about what motivates you to come out here, right? And I said because you believe, right? This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 13. We having the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believe, and therefore have I spoken. We also believe, and therefore speak.
That's what we do.
You out here speaking, right?
Yeah.
Preaching, right? Why? Because you believe.
You believe. That's motivation. Right. You know what I'm saying? You believe. Man, motivation. We think about the Lord. YAHAWASHI. You know how YAHAWASHI, how he went through. That motivates you. You know what I'm saying? And that's sorrows too. Like, man, how could that? You know, that's messed up what they did to our Lord, man. You know, I'll probably do the same thing like Peter did. You know, like, I'll probably just like, get back up, man.
You would put out that sword. Why the strength that? Because he loved your brother.
I love it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love my brother. I don't want to see my brother put him on the cross, or you know what I'm saying? Like, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not my.
That's just a natural reaction. Like, they try to grab the pot, so we ain't just gonna stand there. By the fire on dude, you know, whatever we have, we're gonna try to get on it.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Especially YAHAWASHI, you imagine that.
Man.
He had true followers. He was healing the sick.
Man.
He was out there to do good, and what they hated on him.
Man, hating, dude. You know? Man, like, man, you know, there's 2/3 of Israelite. That's why a lot of people gotta go. That's why you understand that a lot of Israelites, you know what I'm saying, gotta die off.
Man, they said, let out Barbarous. They said, let his blood be on us. That's some wicked shit to say. And you know what? The Most High said, all right, his blood on you. That's why a lot of Jews been dying. By the sword.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's what y'all said.
That's right. Hey, man, because what? Words is power. Words is power. You say something, best believe the Most High is remembering all that.
That's right.
Everything's being recorded, man.
That's right. And then the words, like I said, you know, words, you said doesn't hurt. It break my bones. You know?
When he calls somebody a bitch, I best believe those are fighting words. Words are power. You make somebody do something they don't want to do because of words.
Yeah. Words. You know word is power.
You call a man the B word or whatever it is. You say to anybody, F your mom or whatever, man, they gonna want to fight you.
Yeah, you want to fight. Like,
Just by you speaking, get you killed.
Yeah.
That's why everybody should be quiet sometimes. A lot of words that you don't, that you may not think that just another person may feel some type of way about, and that can spark blood to kill your ass.
Let his blood be on us. Imagine how deep, strong the words was. Let's
hate.
Man, imagine that they gotta live the rest of their life for that. They gotta die.
And they're all horrible things. You know? That's why we can't be emotional when people get gunned down. You know what I'm saying? That's just you feel a type of way, but hey, you never know what he did though. You know? And plus, we have liberty to repent for your sins. You know, but you don't want to take that. You don't want to take that advantage. You know, we took that advantage. We like, oh, we're gonna pay for our sins. You know, we're gonna take that. You know. So motivation. That I think about the Lord YAHAWASHI. You know, those should be motivation. How he went. You know, because you know what I'm saying, like you can't help it but to go out and to teach and preach, you know? So like you say at home, and then let's say don't go outside or don't preach at all, you're gonna feel a type of way, you know? Because like I can't help it. Because why? That's your life. Your life was going to go out and teach and preach, and you know what I'm saying, and let them know and deliver the message of the Most High, YAHAWASHI, because this right here is a faithful and truth, you know?
So this is Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 23. Oh Yahawah, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walks to direct his steps.
And there you go.
So you out here now because of your own will.
Yeah.
Because the Most High made you.
Most High
Because it's your lot.
Yeah, it's my lot. Yeah, it's this brother's lot. This brother's lot.
This is
It's my lot. You know. So it's all ordained to the Most High. You know. That's why it's so important that we have to pray to the Lord to direct our footsteps into righteousness. To direct our footsteps towards your footsteps, to follow you. You know. That's one of my prayers, you know, to Lord, direct my footsteps to the righteous way, you know, your way, not no anybody's way, but your way, you know, and he does that, you know. There you go.
In Jeremiah 23 and verse 29, is not my word like a fire, saith the Lord, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces?
Oh man, like it's words like hammer, man. Hey, you could break in pieces. You know what I'm saying? But the words really good.
Well, because they said that weapons are warfare not carnal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Breaking down strongholds. You know what I'm saying? Why is that? Because our weapon is the spirit. It's the words.
That's right. It's
the words. And what his words is like in the fire.
It's on fire.
And like a hammer that breaking rocks in pieces. Breaking these nations.
That's right.
Breaking these nations one by one. Because what? It's sharper than any two-edged sword.
That's right. That's right. It's true because you over here, you thought you in the right truth, in the right doctrine, but this word, this doctrine right here, breaking your ass down.
Breaking your ass down.
It hurts. You
know what? Because it got history in it.
Yeah.
It got history and prophecy and things that actually happened. So he's like, man, this got to be real.
It's got to be real.
And everything that they believe in is false.
That's right. You know, everything is facts in here. Everything is real, 100% real. You know what I'm saying? Because for example, like you go look at our history, right? Look at slavery, right? You learn that a little bit at school, but they don't teach you as much, right? But your own time to do research on it, right? Do research on it. Yeah, we did came over a slave ship, and guess what? This is in the scriptures. That's all, man. You know, but these people are so bugged out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They think some nut crazy stuff, you know. But we bring the word, it's like hammer. You know, it's like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? You can't be them people, so you mean this guy chosen people? Yes, there are. Right. You know?
Well, it says that in Wisdom of Solomon, isn't he just the man that we had in perdition?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why he said they was baffled at the strangers of salvation, because they thought they was the chosen people, when really the people that they've been afflicting, those are the Israelites.
That's Israelites.
And who's being afflicted and being oppressed up to this day? Even though everybody might say, oh, we all going through oppression. Who's getting it the worst? Man. So if you put in everybody in that same category, who's getting it the worst? Then?
That's right.
The Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Mm-hmm. The Native American man, the Gadites, man, they're in a reserve, miles and miles and miles away from the city, man. Out there in the forest where they could just live out there to be depressed. Right. Really, they put them out there so they could kill themselves. Kill themselves out of depression, man.
That's right.
You know, we being oppressed to the T, man.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Our nation went through a lot. You know,
and for y'all to build faces of Edomites and what we was talking about, that Mount Rushmore and all that shit. Yeah. Man, you got the nerve to build Edomites conquering this place, man. That's that's
Christopher
Columbus and all these people with horses and shit, and they got the statue with a Gadite and a Judite next to them, and they got the Edomite on the horse. And you know what? That's in the scriptures.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
How they said we seen servant and horses and princess walking.
Damn. That's in the script. That's right there. You
know what I'm saying?
You know, that's in the scriptures. So see that? It's everything is spiritual. It's 100% real. You know, you can't be like, just a book. You know, no. It's a book of the Lord.
The Most High made the whole world, man. There's only one God. Ain't no gods fighting to make. If there's more than one God, everybody would be looking different. Because we all be shaped by a different person. We all wouldn't be bleeding red, looking like this. Nah. We was all made by one God, man. So who's that God? What kind of God are we serving right now? Mm-hmm. No, Yahawah is the God of Israel, man. Israel. Period.
That's right.
He didn't come for everybody, man. That's just facts.
That's right.
So we don't know what you believe in, but we know what we believe in for salvation is for the Jews.
The Jews. Yeah.
Ultimately, Israel.
Israel. Israelites.
He was just Yahawah was just proving the point that it's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
But really, it's for Israel.
For Israel.
You know what I'm saying? For us.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Only for Israel.
Only for Israel. And it's always been like that.
Always.
It's always been like that. Why? Because he said, I'm Yahawah, I changed not. So what makes you think he's going to change? And when we read in Ecclesiastes, you know what I'm talking about? Was that 3:14 or 2:14? I'll bring it out. We were just reading it the other day. Remember? Sit down. No. You gonna catch up when I bring it out. This Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 14. I know that whatsoever the Most High do it, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. And the Most High do it, that man should fear before him. So everything that the Most High done, nobody can take away from it or add on to it. And the Most High says salvation is only for us. So who are you to try to add on to that?
The Most High did it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Most High does forever.
Yeah, it's forever. It ain't nothing where he's just gonna change his mind now. What he say? I change not.
Change not.
You know. So who are you to add on a different doctrine, man?
Exactly.
You know.
It's like saying, you know what? The war thing ain't gonna come.
Hey, you know what? We gonna call him Jesus now.
Yeah.
His name was never Jesus.
Never Jesus.
You know how we know that? Let alone that the 1611 don't even have a letter J, but his name was in Hebrew. So we know his name ain't Jesus. So come on now.
And the 1611 has a lot.
Yeah, you don't even got a J, so that alone tells you his name ain't Jesus.
Yeah.
So you calling that, you taking away, man. You taking away from the true power, the true name. And you added on. Not only you taking away, but you added on that.
That's right.
You added on your own name.
That's right. And you added more vengeance of the Lord. You added more anger. Like I'm angry, but now you added more anger on top of that. So on top of that, you anger more him. So he's gonna get more anger and anger and anger. You know what I'm saying? You know how he gets so angry. Sometimes you feel like blown up. You know what I mean? Like I can't take this shit no more, man. You know, I'm down once. You know. So yeah, letter J. He's not. It's 1611. That's right. You know. So you can't call him. Maybe it's Aisha. No.
You know what? It's just common sense. That's just like if they took your name today, your English name, right, and go all the way to China with it, and generations later they want to change your name in Chinese. That was never your name in Chinese. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with YAHAWASHI, man. You cannot take his name now because we live modern day Egypt now. Now we all speak English. Now we got to call him that. No, it don't work that way because that's not his name. Why? There's no power behind it. It just doesn't work that way.
That's right.
But there's no other name given under heaven where men shall be saved. So that means there's only one name. If you said there's no other, I mean there's no different names that the Most High is passing out that a man call upon to be saved. The only way you're going to be able to get saved is by calling upon one name. That's YAHAWASHI Thawadah.
That's right.
All right. This is Zechariah chapter 14, verse 9. And Yahweh shall be king over all the earth. In that day shall there be one Lord. His name one.
Yeah, but you still got other gods. You got false idols. You can still call upon Buddha. You still call upon other gods. The Most High come out here and break them idols into pieces. So therefore, it's only going to be one God that everybody's going to be calling upon. Right. Even the heathens, man.
His name one.
Yeah.
Because even in YAHAWASHI, what they want to call him Yeshua, they want to call him Joshua, they want to call him whatever. Jesus, Elohim, they want to call him all these other names. You only got one true name.
Yeah. Even the birds say that's right. You know what I'm saying? The birds, like,
that's right.
Once I brought that spirit of the bird, they probably left now.
And you know what too? We was talking about this the other day because the animals, they be mourning, man.
Yeah.
They don't like it here.
Yeah.
They understand, what they say, even the earth and the animals and the fields and the trees are going to be rejoicing when the righteous in the door.
That's right.
You see how mad that baboon was in that cage when he see them Edomites, he got hella mad, do shit out of him. You know, so he's pissed off. He know what the devil is. The animals actually know. They can sense the energy.
Hey, they know the devil because they get in the press every day. Who's like Esau? What do you think work at the zoo? You don't really see Jake at the zoo, and if they do, they probably over there in the funnel cake section making food or whatever. Hey, Jake don't want to oppress no damn animal.
Bro, they be getting raped by Esau. They be getting punched. They be getting, the animals don't do it. It's like a Jake.
Hey, that's just like when you watch Toy Story, right? What the Edomites be doing? They be burning the toys.
Oh yeah.
They be torturing animals.
Yeah,
they be torturing. Hey, that's what white people do. You don't ever see no Jake doing no shit.
Nah, hell no. Hell no, please. We look at animals like that.
They start crying. We feel some type of way about it.
Like chicks like Jake, you walk down the street, you see a dog tied up his neck, and you look around. What's your owner at?
You probably let him go.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? You'll be out the way. You probably follow you home, or you might just, you know what? Nobody's claiming this. I'm just pick it up and take it home. I'll take care of it. You know, it's anything. Like you see a dog get hurt, or animal get hurt. Come on, like man.
So you know that's spiritual too, because back in the days when you used to just see somebody like a fellow brethren in the streets, you'll bring them to your house, but like, look, you don't gotta stay in the streets.
Come on.
You know,
that's right, brother. You must take that's your brother. You know what I'm saying? That's your brother, and then he's in the faith. You know what I'm saying? You have to take care of him. You know, and Most High put you certain things that for to take care of that brother. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this brother don't have nothing, but you do. So Most High set you up. He set you up for you to help him out, to have him on his feet. And you know, that's our love. The scripture says love your neighbor and then yourself. You know? So that's why it's so important to look out for your brother. You know what I'm saying? Make sure he's okay. You know, anything. You know, make sure he's okay, he's good. You know, anything. You know, anything helps. Even a text. Hey, Shalom, Akim. Shalom, brother. You know, something like that. Anything. You know? But I got a scripture, brother. Come about the name. Okay. So we got a little bird. He was listening. Even the little bird, he was cheeping. You know what I mean? Yo, the name ain't Jesus. You know, it's YAHAWASHI. You know, and his birds, they want to go home as well. You know, all these animals can't wait for the righteous authority. You know, there's animals today, they're vexed. You know, they're so vexed up, they want to leave, they want to go home, they want to go back to their home, go back. You know, the animals like the monkeys, they go to the jungle. You know, they got water, they got plants, they got bananas, they got oranges, all food they can eat. You know, but you lock them in the cage, man. You think they're happy in there, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why,
captivity inside. You're in a cage inside captivity. You know, so that's even worse.
That's right.
I got a precept because we was talking about how remember you know, it was just Jake's spirit take home animals, because back in the days it was Jake's spirit. You see a stranger, you let him into your house. Rather than them sleep in the streets. I got this.
Like I think I used to do when I was younger. I used to go catch rabbits, catch birds, catch chickens.
When I first met you, that brother was still doing it. Trying to get ducks and shit.
Okay, well, we love life. I love nature. I love life. So I'm just, I love.
No, that's just in your spirit.
Right.
Why? Because you was going with the animals.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? This is Judges chapter 19, verse 15. And they turned aside thither to go in and to lodge with Gibeah. And he went in, and he sat down in the streets of the city, for there was no man that took them in his house to lodge him. And behold, there came an old man from his work out of the field at even, meaning at night, which was also of Mount Ephraim, to sojourn in Gibeah. But the man that place were Benjamites. And when he had lifted up his eyes, he saw a wayfaring man in the streets of the city. And the old man said, Whither goest thou? And whence comest thou? And he said unto him, We are passing from Bethlehem, Judah, towards the side of Mount Ephraim. From thence I am. So it was a Benjamin saying, we came from Bethlehem, Judah, right? And I went to Bethlehem, Judah, but I am now going to the house of Yahawah. And there is no man that receiving me to the house. So this is a man that was just growing in the street because nobody wanted to receive him. Nobody allowed him to launch in there, right? Yet there is both straws and provender of our asses, and there is bread and wine also for me, and for thy handmaid, and for the young man which is with thy servants. There is no want of anything. So he's saying we got everything we want, we just need somewhere to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Our asses could be fed, we got wine, we got everything, we just ain't got nowhere to sleep. And the old man said, Peace be with thee. Whosoever let all thy servants, whosoever let all thy wants lie upon me, only lodge not in the streets. So the old man that left work, you know what I'm saying, just, you know what I'm saying, he was asking where you come from. You know what I'm saying, where you going? So he's, and then they described that, hey, we was coming from Judah, we was going to the house of the Lord. You know, we got our ass, we got this and that, we just ain't got nowhere to go. He said, whosoever would you come on with me, just don't lie in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So that's all spiritual, because, you know what I'm saying, because that's brotherly love. Because one of the curses, they say, you shall equal those that are tender and delicate amongst you, you're going to have an evil eye towards them. Why would you be delicate and tender? Because when we see a brother down and out, we used to just accept him like, come on, I got a house for you. But nowadays, you can't even trust your own people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they gonna take your TV.
Then you might leave the bathroom, come back out, and everything gone. Right?
TV off the hinges.
Yeah, off the hinges.
Like,
That thing was locked in and everything. He
Yeah.
done found a way to take it out, right? And the old man said, peace be with thee, talking about Shalom. Whosoever, let all thy wants lie upon me. So whatever you want, just come on with me, right? Only lodge not in the streets. That's love. So he brought him into his house and gave them provender unto the asses, and they washed their feet and did eat and drink. So that was love, man. He said, come on to the house and I'm gonna make sure you fed and all that.
That's beautiful.
So hey, that's the brotherly love that we had back in the day, man. You know what the Most High said? Let that continue.
Man, let that continue, brother.
Yep. I'll bring that out real quick because they said those that are delicate and tender among you back in the days, now we having an evil eye toward them, so we understand that it ain't like how it used to be, man.
Right.
You know how you see somebody like a homeless, you'd be like, come on.
Yeah,
You know
con.
what I'm saying?
I was meditating that a couple of weeks ago about John the Baptist, how he was in the wilderness, he was locusts in the streets, talking about repent. Now I thought about, man, if I was there, I'd probably pick him up.
Come on, bro. I'm gonna watch you up, you know. Come on.
Man,
Hey, especially if you was talking about some godly stuff.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, man, come on,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Come on, hey, tell me more.
Yeah, tell me more.
Especially if you wasn't in the truth. Like, tell me more what you know.
That's right.
Remember like that woman over there I be feeding chicken to? That woman over there? Yeah. I was like,
Hey, no, it's like that funny bit. He was talking about like cooked, like good chicken, like some we was already eating. Cause it seemed like he was probably just picking it out.
oh, no. Because the brothers had brought, we had brought cooked some food and brought for the brothers.
Good chicken, yeah,
some good ass chicken. And then like we had some extra, so we just gave it to her. We just started feeding her. And she was like speaking very spiritual. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna pick you up. You know what I'm saying?
Take you to the house, wash you up,
clean you
get
up.
you right.
They get you right. You know, maybe $34 and let you go on your way. Because a person that's speaking spiritual, that the Most High, that's
a different story.
Yeah, it's a different story.
Yeah, it's a way different.
You want to help the child out of your heart. You want to help them.
You want to help somebody.
Yeah. Like, you give him some money. Like, give him like $2-3. Go get some.
Hey, she hopped in somebody else's Uber. Remember, she was like, hey, that's my Uber. Hey, dude was gonna bounce off.
She took off. The lady, like the actual lady, she went like right down.
Yeah, she was like, she was actually working.
Like, who are you?
Yeah, who are you then?
Yeah, she was very spiritual, though. Very, very.
Yeah, she was spiritual. She was talking some spiritual stuff. I'll bring this out. This is Hebrews chapter 13, verse 1. Let brotherly love continue. That's what it's about, man. Let brotherly love continue. Even though we can't do those same things, we'll do it amongst, because who's your brother right now? Those that do the will of the Most High. Because now, you just letting anybody in, you letting in intruders, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You letting people that have different doctrines, different way of moving.
Yeah.
You might, like you say, you might go to the bathroom, come out, everybody gone. All your clothes, all that.
That's all. Came in unaware.
Creeping unaware.
Yeah. Like you invite your brother, like you the truth, right? And then you invite somebody like Wild Jack's out here, man. Like, man, it could be like Lavish D or Mosey. You know, invite them crew over and see what happens. You know, they're gonna take everything. You know, so but the brotherly love meaning that brothers really in the faith.
What's love? The
Commandments.
So you could only love somebody that's actually keeping the commandments, even though we loving you right now by sharing the gospel. But you know what I'm saying? You got to take heed, man. Because if you're not with the Most High, guess what? You're against him. If you're against the Most High, you're against us.
Yes,
That's why I should have said that. I do the will of my father, my brother, my
sister, and my mother.
Yeah, there we go.
That's right. This is Romans chapter 12, verse 9. Let love be without dissimulation. Abhor that which is evil. Cleave to that which is good. Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another. No?
That's how you know your household is good. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's structure. You know what I'm saying? Puts that scripture right there. Make sure everything's good. Everything is good with it. It's good with it. Make sure they're okay. You know what I'm saying? But like for example, you invite somebody over, you serve them before you do. You know, that's the spirit in us. Like it's a habit. You know what I'm saying? You invite your cousins, your family over, or your friends, and you cook something, and then you sit them down and serve them first. You know,
that's love. That's brotherly love. And honestly, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, right.
If you're the host, you're supposed to give everybody, then you eat last. We'll bring this out. We probably end off here unless your brothers got something. This is 2 John. It's only one chapter, verse 10. Right? If there come any unto you and bring not this doctrine, receive them not into your house, neither bid him Godspeed. Because if they're not about the truth, we can't just let anybody in the house.
Hell
No, that's just that's why it ain't as easy before.
right.
Because everybody got a different God, everybody got a different intention. It ain't love no more.
People like demons in there.
Exactly.
There's stories like that, like Christian people, they will let a homeless man
And the next
sleep
thing
in
you know,
that,
everything going,
and they get murdered.
Oh.
Yeah.
And now they living there for a couple
Yeah,
months.
he's like this.
Yeah, a couple months. Yeah.
Drinking
Drinking up all they wine, eating up all they food,
Yeah, licking the fingers. and
using
shit.
up all the electricity bill.
You know, I'm a host of it.
That's right. For he that abideth him Godspeed is partakers of his evil deeds. So if we were to take him into the house and he's not about the truth, guess what? We're actually aiding in what he believes in. And it's not about that, man. It's either you with the Most High or you don't got nothing.
That's
man.
right. That's it. Right there. That's all we got to make the business of the Most High. YAHAWASHI Thawadah His work.
That's right.
Nothing else.
That's what it's about.
That's it.
All right, Lord, we're going to end off here. Lord, one of the lessons edifying. So I'm sorry, I started off. Yes, so we're going to end off here. Lord, one of the lessons was edifying. We're going to end off here. We would like to give all praises, glory, and honor unto
YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, Rakakadash.
Again, double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Shalom.
Shalom.